if you're a son of Gilliman, this video may not be for you, because it looks like you are no longer the purest out of all the Space Marines. You've been knocked off your high seat. In this book, which I'm actually recording as an audiobook at the moment, there's some new law stating that the Ultramarines are no longer the purest, and it's all thanks to Belisarius Cawl and the new Purest Marines. So let's jump in, let's go through it all, and let's look at the latest, brand new, purest, first founding Space Marine chapter. So just so we're all on the same page, and I want people to understand what I mean by purest of all the Space Marines. Way back in the day, I think it was around 5th edition, the Space Marine Codex, please correct me if I'm wrong, we kind of labeled this codex the Ultramarine Codex, because it was really written as an Ultramarine, like, fanboy codex, and in there it stated, like, the greatest of all the chapters were the Ultramarines, and everyone looks up to the Ultramarines. They have the purest gene seed, and a lot of people like myself, who are like a son of Dawn, you know, a lot of people like Blood Angels and Space Wolves, and, you know, just all the other chapters are like, wait, what? We don't look up to the Ultramarines. If anything, they should look up to us. Look at all the cool stuff that we've done. And it became like a meme back and forth and a joke and stuff like that. Everyone just laughed it off and it was a bit of fun. But now, in this brand new book, it's stating that the Ultramarines, well, it's basically stating that there is a new hierarchy when it comes to the purest of all gene seeds, and it's not the Ultramarines anymore. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of text in the background so we can read it together. So this information, once again, is coming from this book, the first founding book. It's a brand new Space Marine lore book, which you cannot get anymore. It was a limited edition book. Hopefully they bring it back. I'm going to read the text at the bottom, and it's also going to be on the screen as well. So it says, Dark Angels gene seed, particularly that refined by Belisarius Cawl for Primaris Space Marines, is the purest of them all. So there we go. Confirmation now, 110% official lore combination that the Dark Angels are back to being number one. They were the first Legion anyway. They're back to being the purest of all the Space Marines, but it is down to Belisarius Cawl tinkering with the Primaris gene seed. Does that count? Firstborn players, you know, firstborn fanatics, as I like to call you guys, does that count? Are the Ultramarines still the purest, or is it all down to Cawl tinkering with stuff he shouldn't be tinkering with? To be fair, I've always said that the First Legion, the Dark Angels, are probably the most purest of all, because they were the first ever made by the Emperor. They marched with Valdor during Terror. They actually ended like a big rebellion on Terror right at the end that was kept a secret and stuff. There's an amazing story about all that, everything like that. They were the first unleashed by the Emperor to serve him. Probably one of the most trusted by the Emperor as well, because the Emperor gave them all the toys that other people couldn't be trusted with. So it kind of does make sense now that the Dark Angels themselves are now the purest of all the Space Marine chapters in the lore. Adding to that, of course, you now have Lionel Johnson coming back and leading the Dark Angels as well, so they do have a Primarch attached to them. Pure gene seed, pure Primarch coming back to fight the darkness of chaos, to fight the incoming swaves of Xenos and everything like that in the galaxy. Kind of does all make sense. Now, the burning question is, I wonder what else Belisarius Cawl has been tinkering with to try and get the purest out of gene seeds. Is he tinkering with traitor gene seed? Is he tinkering with, like, the Blood Angels, the Space Wolves, to try and get that as pure as possible, so all those defects are literally flown out of the window? It's going to be an interesting time going forward in the narrative. As I've stated, this book is absolutely incredible. There's so many small little nitbits in there with the lore and stuff like that. And again, I am going to be reading it out and put it into an audio format and releasing on the channel, because it is absolutely bloody fantastic. Anyway, that's enough waffling from me. I wanted to bring that to your attention. Congratulations, Dark Angels, the purest of us all. Wait, does that mean we should now all look towards like the Dark Angels to being the greatest chapter that serves the Imperium? Are you now the golden boys of the Space Marine chapters, or do you belong in the bin? because half of you went traitor and you blew up a planet and you all kept it a secret. Choices, choices, choices. Which one do we pick? See ya, have a great day, and bye-bye.